5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We are honored to have in the studio Mayor Kent Guinn. I know he's on the show with Buddy and Tom in the afternoon quite often. We don't get to see him very often at all, except for sometimes we cross paths at different things. And one of the places we crossed paths was at one of the local temples. What is
Yes.
Rabbi Hex? What's the name of the temple again?
You got me.
Rabbi, what's it called again?
I forget.
Oh no, we're forgetting.
I'm sorry.
We're all forgetting
We're
the
gonna
name
get in
of the
trouble.
temple.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, do you know, if I was going to tell you how many times I've cried at a movie, I don't know how many there would be. There might have been more than one, but the one that comes to mind is Schindler's List.
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know what scene I cried at Schindler's List? It was very much toward the end.
At the end.
When the actors are pushing in wheelchairs the actual people who they portrayed.
Right.
And they're putting stones, which is the Jewish tradition of representing a prayer, onto the grave of Oskar Schindler.
Right.
And when I realized, oh my gosh, those are the real people. Mm-hmm. It really strikes me. And the idea that somebody could say, and we've done this in humanity throughout all the ages. We are just as guilty of it as the Germans were. Not you and me, not us. But I mean, we've got people behind us, in our past that were just as much a part of this. When you think of the Native Americans, we did this.
Right.
We committed a Holocaust-like genocide on them. There's no imagery, however, in the world that will serve us to make sure that we never do this again. More so than the Holocaust imagery. Because we had photography, and
Right.
somebody was smart. I think it was Eisenhower who said, take as many pictures as you can. I don't want anyone to ever forget this.
Right.
You're in the studio today, Mayor Kent Guinn. Thank you for coming in. You're here to talk about Holocaust Remembrance Week.
Correct.
And we're going to do that here in Ocala, right?
Yeah, we're going to do that. And when I became mayor 4 years ago, I get some mail from the National Holocaust Museum.
Yeah.
And they encourage communities, especially mayors, to do this in their community. So I wanted to do it. And then I saw an article about Debbie Callahan, which I've got to give a shout out to Debbie Callahan's ninth grade class at Bellevue High School. They're listening to this right now. But I saw an article in the paper about her and her visit to Auschwitz, and she had written a book shortly thereafter about it. And when I saw that article in the paper, I went, wow, that's the lady I've got to contact to do this with.
I wonder what that was like for her to be in Auschwitz. It would be so sad for me to be right there. It's the Chabad Lubavitch Jewish Center, by the way.
There you go. I got an email from Rabbi Heck this morning, so I had pulled it up.
He's probably listening going, hey, you can't remember me.
That's right.
And don't call it a church. Would you stop calling it a church?
But maybe we get Debbie, or maybe get Debbie Callahan on between now and the time we have the Memorial or Remembrance Week to talk about that. But so I contacted her and said, Debbie, I said, I want you to help me with this. And she's been amazing putting all this together. If it wasn't for her, this event would not happen.
So tell us about the event. What is actually going to happen?
Okay, so this is going to be from Sunday, May the 1st through Thursday, May the 5th. And so on the first, we're going to have the Remembrance ceremony. Rabbi Heck, who we were just talking about, is going to be there. We're going to have a keynote speaker. And I know you've met this gentleman before, and Jackie and I were talking about, we've got to touch base with him and firm this up. But remember Morris Wolf? Mm-hmm. He's from the Villages. He wrote that book about whatever happened to Raoul Wallenberg.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Great speaker, just amazing gentleman. Actually, you were talking earlier. He was in the Kennedy administration and was involved in writing the 1965 Civil Rights Act.
Wow.
Yeah, he got some great stories about that. And we're also on that day, we're going to have at Brick City for the Arts an exhibit from the Maitland Holocaust Center and Letters Home in Auschwitz in metal by survivor David Bergman. So he did some sculptures that'll be on display, and you'll be able to see them. Those will be there. Those displays will be there in the entire week. Now that ceremony on the 1st, Sunday the 1st, will be at the Klein Center. So we'll have that, and that's going to be from 3 to 5 p.m. It'll be 2 hours.
We've had a few Holocaust survivors that have been in the studio and showed us the tattoos on the wrist. In fact, Dale Berman's former husband, he passed away.
Yes. Rabbi Sam
Berman, yeah. He wasn't a Holocaust survivor, but his parents, I think, did they die?
Yeah.
In the Holocaust, something. He had some,
his parents.
And so I'm guessing there's probably a lot of Jewish people in our community that can tell you stories of people they knew. And what's amazing is that's probably true for every small town. It's not like Ocala has something extra that others don't have.
Right. Well, we just have a lot of retired people or elderly population, and very strong Jewish community that live.
Do they feel that? I often wonder, do they feel like we have a strong Jewish community? I often feel like we, I mean, we slight people all the time, not always intentionally. And to your credit, the fact that you allow the menorah to be on the town square at Christmas time is
great.
Or at Hanukkah time, I should say.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's really a wonderful thing that you do that.
Yeah. No, I mean, but they came to us and said, can we do this? I think Rabbi Heck did. And we said, sure.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it was that easy. And so, they did it. Some of my my Christian friends have called me and said, why don't we do a nativity scene on the square? Just simply come to the city and ask if you can do it, and we'll just say yes, and, we'll do it. But they never ask.
We were playing.
Right,
Robin
exactly.
And I,
they'll drop the ball.
We were playing at the First Friday Art Walk a couple of months ago, and one of the songs was Hava Nagila. And the lady stopped, and she listened, and she said, I bet nobody ever requests that song. And I said, well, nobody ever requests any song, to be honest.
Right.
But I think what she expressed to me was, I can't believe in Ocala I'm hearing this song. And and my thought after she went, because it was at the La Cuisine, so she went into the restaurant, and I'm thinking, I wonder if that's the feeling that Jewish people have in Ocala, is that they're not really recognized. And I hope that's not true. I mean,
I hope it's not. I mean, you and I go to the event where we light the menorah. I see you down there.
Yeah.
And I see you at some other events that Rabbi Heck
The
does.
Upshirnish.
Yeah, the upshirnish. Oh, yeah, you were there too.
You were there
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to think what that is, right? Me too.
Yeah.
What is an
Cutting.
upshirnish? That's where they cut the little boy's hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was neat.
That was sweet, by the
cool
way.
seeing you there, yeah.
That
What
was
a
very
cute little
sweet.
boy. Yeah. So that's on Sunday. So this is an entire week, and that's one of the things I said. I said, Debbie, instead of doing it one day, because we just did it from, a couple of hours, I think, last year at the Appleton. I said, let's do a whole week of this. So one of the things you and I talked about, we were talking about movies, and you were talking about Schindler's List. I said, why don't we do movies, and let's do one at the Riley and the Marion Theater, and they've all.
Oh yes, I know what you're going to say. You say it though.
Agreed to this
because you told me this.
Well, and so I thought, chronologically, why don't we have the movies of that period? So the first one we're going to have is going to be Monday, May the 2nd, from 5:45 to 9:15, and we're going to do The Sound of Music at the Riley Center.
Right.
So you think about that.
I know. After you told me that, I thought
that's when it began. I mean,
Really?
that movie's about when it was
yes
began.
Yeah, you don't think of that as a Holocaust movie,
No.
but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have that in the Riley Center. So that'll be a great venue, to have that. So we'll have people there for that, and the public's welcome to that, whether you're there. And I talked to my wife about this, so I want to say this correctly. Whether you're there to see The Sound of Music or you're there as a part of this week, I would ask people to keep in mind. I know we like to sing along to those songs and everything.
Oh no! We can't sing along.
You can sing along, but just remember what was really going on.
The somberness of the moment.
At that time, and at the end of the movie, obviously, as they're fleeing, you understand that. And I think at the end of the movie, it comes on and tells about, their story and.
I don't know if anybody's ever done what you're doing with that movie. I mean, you're really making us aware of this whole other side of that story that maybe we were just too young. Maybe our parents got it, but I didn't get it when I watched the movie as a kid.
It was just a fun movie to sing along. The songs were neat. The story was, but yeah.
Climb Every Mountain. The song Climb Every Mountain is not literally about climbing the mountain. It's about the struggles that are necessary to overcome something.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that'll be a great. So that's that night.
But you don't want us to sing along.
You can sing along, and I'm sure people will sing along.
Just turn the volume up. Nobody will hear us.
Fine.
Nobody
That's
will hear
fine.
us.
And then so Tuesday night, there's going to be a Holocaust survivor panel discussion, and that's going to be at the Klein Center, and that's going to be from 6 to 8. And one of the groups that's going to be there with us is the Marion Civic Chorale. And they have I don't know if you've heard this or not. I haven't heard it. Debbie heard it. And that's how I found out about it. But it's a Holocaust cantata. So it's a whole cantata of Holocaust
Is that right?
songs. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I called them. They're doing something at the Raleigh like the week before. And then they're, taking the summer off. But they said, we want to do this. So they committed to doing this. So it's going to be really, really special.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really phenomenal.
Yeah. So when we called them, they said, "Oh, we want to do this." So they'll be there for that.
Mayor, we did take a little break,
Sure,
and we'll continue. Mayor Kent Guinn is in the studio. Holocaust Remembrance Week is May 1st. Let me say that again. I slurred it. Holocaust Remembrance Week is May 1st through May 5th, right? Do I have that right?
That's correct.
And we'll continue talking about how Ocala is remembering the Holocaust when we come back. This is WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a shower or thunderstorm mainly this afternoon. High 78 at the coast, 83 inland. Partly cloudy and warm Wednesday night, lows in the 60s. For Thursday, clouds and some sunshine and warm with a shower or thunderstorm before the day is through, high 82 to 86. For Friday, partly sunny and very warm with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, high 85 to 89. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
Yes, it's the third annual Ocala's Got Talent with semifinals May 7th and finals May 21st. But you still have time to shine and audition for a slot in the running for your shot in Ocala's Got Talent. Call 595-7100. First place $1,000, second place $500, and third place $250. Audition fee is just $25 and spectators fee is $5. This helps the Heart of Florida Youth Ranch. Call 595-7100 for your chance to shine. Yes, Ocala's Got Talent.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
WOCA. AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3 FM.
20 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Mayor Kent Guinn is in the studio. He is here to help us remember the Holocaust. The city of Ocala is remembering the Holocaust under the direction of Mayor Kent Guinn, Sunday, May 1st through Thursday, May 5th. And the event, it sounds like it's happening in a few different places, among those the Riley Center, right?
Correct.
And how many actual movies will be shown?
3.
3, okay. What were the other 2?
So,
Is Schindler's List
Sound of
one of them?
Music, Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Yeah, remember that?
Okay, no.
It was about the son, little boy was in the prison camp with his father. His father was taking care of him while they were in the camp.
Okay.
And the striped pajamas are the prison uniform.
And what's the third movie?
And then the other one is Schindler's List on the last day.
Okay. Have you ever seen the film?
It's a Beautiful Life.
Yeah,
or Life is Beautiful.
Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, Life is Beautiful.
I don't know if I have or not.
Oh, you got to see this movie. You will love this movie.
Really?
I don't want to tell you anything more.
Okay. Life is Beautiful.
And it's in Italian. And the way I understand it, the Italian version with the subtitles is better than the English. So if you can handle the subtitles, I think you'll like the subtitle one better.
You know what? I think I have, now that you said it was in Italian subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think I have.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it'll really shake you about the Holocaust, and it'll make you proud to be an American. Even though it's made by an Italian filmmaker. It was that guy. That was a crazy director. I can't remember his name, but at the Oscars, he jumped over the seat when he won.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that
That's
guy.
who did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the guy who did that.
Yes, I have seen that. Yes.
Oh, you said there's going to be some kind of presentation after The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
Yeah, there's a presentation, and this is, Debbie found this person's pretty unique. It's a presentation of an actual villa in Auschwitz. So this person was the I think there's a son or daughter, I think daughter of one of the guards that worked in Auschwitz, and they lived there. So she's telling about what she saw from there where she lived in Auschwitz, and her father was a guard or some type of person at Auschwitz. So yeah, so she's.
Oh my.
So yeah, it's I'm sure going to be pretty amazing. So that's what Larry, you and I were talking about. People that have said, that this never happened.
Yeah.
And obviously it did happen, and we've got to continue. That's why I want to do this, so that people don't forget about this and continue to remember this. And now, as time goes on, a lot of these survivors are passing away, just like World War II veterans are passing away, and so we need these second generations to tell the story. So this will be a really unique story coming from that perspective of her father, being a guard there at Auschwitz. So that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then the last night is Thursday night. And that, by the way, that's from 6 to 8:30. And that's at the Appleton. And then the last one is 5:45 to 9:15. And that's at the Marion Theater. It's on Thursday. And that's Schindler's List.
Oh, okay. And what's happening at the Appleton?
Oh, the one I talked about before, that was the Boy in the Striped
Oh,
Pajamas,
okay.
Yeah, so they've got facility there to show.
I want to make sure I see. What day is that one? I want to see that
That's
one.
on Wednesday, May the 4th. And I'll leave all this with you so you can.
And we'll keep promoting it,
Yes.
yeah. Plus, this video that we're making of you right now, we'll be able to share it with you.
Okay.
And again, I just really hope that the Jewish community realizes that Ocala is Jewish friendly, if you want to say it that way. I mean, we get a reputation for people who don't know us. What was the guy, the actor who said we were a racist community? He was in jail here.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, where would that come from? I mean, there's racists everywhere, but that doesn't mean the community at large is.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Do you know the one thing that is, I'm not telling anybody anything by saying this, but the reason it's so important to remember the Holocaust is because it could happen again. Next time it could be Christians. Next time it could be black people. Next time it could be, you name them.
Sure.
Somebody gets in charge and gets the people. How did Hitler do that anyway? How did he hypnotize those people to think there was a horrible story? Was it just, last year sometime, there was a guard and he was now facing charges, 90-something years old, and he either witnessed or took a baby that was left behind and just slammed it against the train because it was still alive and killed
That
it.
was horrible.
I mean, just treating human life as if it's a cockroach.
Right.
You know, I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
And that's why it's important to remember it, is because it'll happen again if we don't
Sure,
have
it could
smart
happen
people who
again.
can step in place. Just think about the wisdom of our founding fathers who said, you know what, nobody's ever going to be in charge. We're going to have hundreds of people called Congress. You're going to have to all agree, otherwise nothing happens. Of course, we have people who break the rules, but
Right.
yeah.
But your role as a mayor is all encompassing because you have to make sure that you have a presence in our town, which you do. I mean, you're everywhere and you promote everything that everybody's doing. And in your heart of hearts, you actually believe everything that you're promoting. It's not just a duty thing for you.
Right.
You
No.
have a genuine passion for everyone in our community.
Well, and I do. And I mean, I love doing this job. You know, we get paid a few $100s a month to be elected officials. I mean, I was a city councilman for 12 years, and you got, I think, $350 a month for that. And, you know, I get, you know, more than that now. I get about $950 a month to do this one. But we do it because we love our city. Okay. And yeah, I am passionate about it. And there was,
I challenge any other elected official to tell us how much you make.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to do that.
yeah,
They're not gonna
but
do it.
I was helping out the centers. That's one of my other groups that I want to help. And there was a 8-year-old girl that was going to do a presentation. There was a younger man, older man, I guess to say, and he was telling the little girls that I'm nervous about speaking, and she said, "Just speak from your heart."
Oh.
And so I always think about that when I usually never have
The
notes.
mouth of babes, right?
I just have like talking points. But you know, when you get up and you talk about something, people can tell if you're passionate about it or you're just speaking from your heart. And I always do. I mean, I just love doing this job. I love serving the people of Ocala, Marion County, and it's really humbling. To do this job. Very humbling.
And you are such a classy guy. You even wear shirts that require cufflinks and not buttons. I think that's a huge plus.
Well, you're my role model. One day. Do you know, I'm always surprised when we have a guest who comes into the studio who is a little bit unsure of who we are, the people who don't know us. And it could be anybody. It could be a pastor.
Right.
Oh, you're Christian? Like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, you're really. Or like when when Rabbi Berman passed away,
Yes.
we said, oh my gosh, we need to get somebody else who come in and talk to us on Hanukkah and things like that. And then we found
Rabbi Heck.
Rabbi
Rabbi
Heck.
Heck,
And the first time he came in, he was like a scared kid with a beard. Like, and it was, no, we're on your side, you know?
Yeah.
We like that stuff. You know, I don't like the gefilte fish, but I like everything else. You know, I told him a story that when I was a kid, I went to a confirmation, a Catholic confirmation.
Right.
And like a week later, I went to my friend's bar mitzvah. And I went to both events with my friend. And at the bar mitzvah, there was an elevator with a very, very reflective metal door. And the difference between the Catholic women and the Jewish women is the Jewish women had cleavage. and you could sit and look at the reflection because you don't want to stare.
No.
We were sitting there looking at that door. How old are you when you get it bar mitzvah? So that's how old we were.
Like
we were
13,
yeah.
yeah.
So we were there looking, look at Mrs. Levinson. Who knew? You can't see that when she comes to the school.
No.
Anyway, so. Well, this is wonderful that you're doing this, Mayor. The Holocaust Remembrance Week. Is there something on the city's website that can give more information?
Yeah, I think there will be. I'll put all these. We're about to do a press release, so we'll have this on the city's website. And when I get back today, I'll make sure that it gets on there.
Okay.
This agenda.
And we'll do our part as well. It's an honor to have you in the studio, Mayor.
Thank you for asking me here.
You're a good guy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a little break and we will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A Republican divide apparently growing over support for the eventual nominee.
John Kasich, Ted Cruz, and Donald Trump